Hello, everyone. Welcome to your first step into the world of artificial intelligence. Today, we're going to explore something that is changing the way we learn, work, and think, ChatGPT. By the end of this session, you'll understand what ChatGPT is, where it came from, how AI evolved, and most importantly, how you can start using it effectively in your daily life. So let's begin. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is an advanced AI chatbot developed by OpenAI. But what does that actually mean? In simple terms, ChatGPT is a computer program that can understand human language and respond in a natural, conversational way. You can ask it questions, request explanations, write essays, generate ideas, or even help with coding. It works using a type of artificial intelligence called a language model, which is trained on massive amounts of text data. Because of this training, it can recognize patterns in language and generate meaningful responses. Think of it like a very smart assistant that is available anytime you need help. History of ChatGPT. To understand ChatGPT better, let's quickly look at its history. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, was founded in 2015 with the goal of making artificial intelligence safe and useful for everyone. In 2018, OpenAI introduced the first version of its GPT models. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Later, in 2020, GPT-3 became widely known for its ability to generate human-like text. Then came a major breakthrough. In November 2022, ChatGPT was released to the public, and it quickly became one of the fastest-growing technologies ever. Since then, newer versions like GPT-4 and beyond have made it even more powerful, accurate, and capable of handling complex tasks. Evolution of AI. Now let's zoom out and understand how artificial intelligence evolved over time. AI did not start as something as advanced as ChatGPT. In the beginning, computers followed strict rules. These were called rule-based systems. They could only do what they were programmed to do, nothing more. Then came machine learning. Instead of following fixed rules, machines started learning from data. They improved their performance based on experience. After that, deep learning took things even further. Inspired by the human brain, deep learning uses neural networks to process large amounts of information and identify complex patterns. And now, we are in the era of generative AI. This is where tools like ChatGPT come in, systems that can actually create content, such as text, images, and even videos. How ChatGPT works. Let's simplify how ChatGPT actually works. At its core, ChatGPT predicts the next word in a sentence. Yes, it sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Because it has been trained on vast amounts of data, it understands context, grammar, and meaning. When you ask a question, it doesn't think like a human. Instead, it calculates the most likely and useful response based on patterns it has learned. You can imagine it as a highly advanced version of autocomplete, but one that can hold full conversations. How to use ChatGPT effectively. Now comes the most important part: how you can use ChatGPT effectively. First, always be clear with your questions. For example, instead of asking, "Explain science," you could ask, "Explain photosynthesis in simple terms for a Class 8 student." The clearer your input, the better the output. Second, don't hesitate to ask follow-up questions. If you don't understand something, you can say, "Explain it in a simpler way," or "Give me an example." Third, experiment with different uses. You can use ChatGPT for studying, writing assignments, learning coding, brainstorming ideas, or even improving your communication skills. And finally, refine your prompts. If the first answer isn't perfect, try rephrasing your question. Small changes can lead to much better results. Important limitations. While ChatGPT is powerful, it's important to understand its limitations. It can sometimes give incorrect or outdated information. It does not have real understanding or emotions, and it should not be used as the only source for critical decisions. Always verify important information from trusted sources. Also, never share personal or sensitive data while using AI tools. Why ChatGPT matters. So why is ChatGPT such a big deal? Because it is transforming how we interact with technology. It makes learning faster and more accessible. It helps students understand complex topics easily. It improves productivity in work and creativity in ideas. And most importantly, it is just the beginning of what AI can do. To conclude, ChatGPT is not just a chatbot. It is a powerful tool that can help you learn, create, and grow in today's digital world. If you learn how to use it wisely, it can become one of your most valuable assistants. Thank you for listening. And this is just the beginning of your AI journey.